The night sky has always called to us. For countless generations we have looked up into that vast dark expanse, dotted with impossibly distant points of light, and we have wondered. Are we alone? Is this small blue world the only place in the entire universe where life has taken root? Or is the cosmos teeming with other beings, other minds looking back at us from their own worlds, asking the very same question? This is perhaps the most profound and persistent question humanity has ever asked. It's a question that connects the ancient stargazers of Mesopotamia to the modern astronomers peering through powerful telescopes. A thread of curiosity woven through the entire tapestry of human history. This cosmic inquiry is not just a flight of fancy, it's a natural extension of our own existence. We see life in every conceivable niche on our own planet. From the crushing depths of the Marianas Trench to the scorching sands of the Atacama Desert. Life is tenacious, it is resilient, it is adaptable. So why should it be confined to just one planet? The numbers alone suggest it shouldn't be. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, contains hundreds of billions of stars. And there are hundreds of billions, perhaps trillions of other galaxies in the observable universe. The sheer scale of it all, the cosmic real estate available, makes the idea of a sterile universe seem almost improbable. Our journey to answer this question began not with starships, but with mathematics and imagination. We calculated the odds. We dreamed of what other life might look like. We dreamed of how it might think. We dreamed of what kind of civilizations it might build. In the last century, we took a monumental step forward. We developed the technology to listen. We turned giant metal ears toward the heavens, hoping to catch a faint whisper, a single structured signal that would tell us we are not the only ones. We sent our own messages out into the void, a greeting card from Earth, traveling on radio waves at the speed of light, carrying the sounds and images of our world to any who might be listening. The hope was palpable, a shared global dream, that we were on the verge of the greatest discovery in history. We imagined the moment we would make contact, the day humanity would join a galactic community. Our understanding of the universe and our place in it forever transformed. We pictured conversations across the stars, an exchange of knowledge, an exchange of art and philosophy that would elevate us beyond our terrestrial squabbles. We stood on the precipice of a new era, our hearts filled with a mixture of excitement and awe, waiting for a reply from the cosmic darkness. The universe, we felt, was about to speak. But the universe remained silent. Decades of listening have passed. Our radio telescopes have swept the skies. Our messages continue their lonely journey into the interstellar deep, and the cosmos has offered nothing in return but the steady, indifferent hum of background radiation. There have been no greetings from distant star systems, no encyclopedias from advanced civilizations, no beacons to guide us. There has been only silence, a profound, unnerving, and all-encompassing quiet that grows louder with each passing year of searching. This cosmic hush is what we now call the Great Silence. It is the heart of a deep and troubling cosmic puzzle. This silence presents a stark contradiction, a paradox that has haunted scientists and thinkers for generations. The universe is ancient, about 13.8 billion years old. Our sun is a relative newcomer. There should have been countless opportunities for life to arise on other worlds, orbiting other older stars. If even a tiny fraction of those worlds developed intelligent life and technology, some of them should have had a head start of millions or even billions of years on us. A civilization with that kind of lead would possess technology far beyond our comprehension. Their presence, you would think, should be obvious. Where is everybody? This simple question, famously posed by the physicist Enrico Fermi, lies at the core of the paradox. An advanced civilization would likely explore and colonize. Even at sublight speeds, it would take a civilization only a few million years to spread across the entire Milky Way galaxy. A few million years is a mere blink of an eye on cosmic timescales, so the galaxy should be teeming with evidence of their existence. We should see their star-spanning engineering projects, their fleets of ships, or at the very least the noisy chatter of their communications. Yet we see nothing, we hear nothing. The absence of evidence is not evidence of absence, as the old saying goes. But in this case the absence is so complete, so absolute, that it becomes a piece of evidence in itself. The Great Silence is a mystery that challenges our most fundamental assumptions about life and intelligence. Does it mean we are truly the first? Is life an astonishingly rare fluke, a chemical accident that happened only once here on Earth? Or is there another more unsettling reason for the quiet? The silence forces us to confront possibilities that are as awe-inspiring as they are terrifying, pushing us to question not just the universe but ourselves. In the face of this cosmic quiet, we did not give up. Instead, we committed to the search. This grand endeavor is known as SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. It is one of the most ambitious and optimistic scientific projects ever undertaken. The core idea of SETI is simple yet profound. If there are other technological civilizations out there, they might be using radio waves to communicate just as we do. Radio is an efficient way to send information across the vast distances of space. So, SETI scientists use massive radio telescopes to methodically scan the stars, listening for a signal that stands out from the natural cosmic noise. What exactly are they listening for? They are searching for a needle in a cosmic haystack. The universe is full of natural radio sources, pulsars, quasars, all generating a cacophony of static. A signal from an intelligent source would be different. It would likely be narrow-band, concentrated at a specific frequency. Unlike the broadband noise of natural phenomena, it might contain a pattern, a repetition, a mathematical sequence, something that betrays a deliberate, artificial origin. It would be the cosmic equivalent of hearing a single clear note played on a flute in the middle of a chaotic thunderstorm. That is the whisper SETI hopes to catch. The tools for this search are some of the most impressive instruments on Earth. Giant dishes like the former Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico, the 500-meter aperture spherical telescope in China, act as colossal ears. They can be pointed at specific star systems, particularly those with planets that lie in the habitable zone, where conditions might be right for liquid water and therefore life as we know it. The data they collect is immense, a torrent of information that requires powerful supercomputers to sift through, hunting for that one elusive, structured signal among quintillions of bits of random noise. This search is a testament to human patience and hope. SETI scientists know the odds are long. They are searching across billions of channels aimed at billions of stars for a signal that may have been sent thousands of years ago and may not even be aimed at us. It is a monumental task, driven by the sheer significance of what a discovery would mean. Finding such a signal would be a turning point for our species. It would instantly reframe our context in the universe. We would no longer be cosmic orphans but members of a larger community. And so, we continue to listen patiently, hopefully, to the profound and echoing silence of space. While the great silence has been the overwhelming response from the cosmos, our vigil has not been entirely without intrigue. On a few rare occasions, our instruments have picked up whispers from the dark, fleeting signals that defy easy explanation and stir our imaginations. These are the ghosts in the machine, the phantom signals that appear for a moment and then vanish, leaving behind a legacy of mystery. The most famous of these occurred on the night of August 15, 1977. Jerry Amon at Ohio State University's Big Ear was reviewing data when he saw something that made his heart stop. There, on the computer printout, was a signal so strong, so clear, and so perfectly matched to what you'd expect from an alien transmission that it seemed almost too good to be true. It was a powerful, narrow-band signal that lasted for 72 seconds, the exact length of time the telescope's beam would have been fixed on that patch of sky. It came from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius near the galactic core. Amon circled the signal and wrote "Wow" in the margin, the famous 6 EQWJ5 printout recreation. The name stuck. The "Wow" signal became the most compelling candidate for an extraterrestrial signal ever detected. Then, nothing. Astronomers trained telescopes back on that patch, returned again and again with better instruments, but the signal never repeated. It was a one-time cosmic shout that fell silent. Natural explanations were proposed, a passing comet, a highly unusual stellar event, yet none match all the characteristics. It remains an anomaly. The "Wow" signal isn't the only phantom. Other strange radio bursts have been detected over the years, though none as dramatic. Fast radio bursts, intense pulses lasting only milliseconds, have unknown origins, most likely exotic natural sources like magnetars, but speculation continues. These fleeting moments break the monotony of the great silence, reminding us the universe is strange and active, and that we've only just begun to listen. They are whispers that keep the hope of discovery alive. Our search for cosmic company isn't limited to just listening for radio whispers. Sometimes the clues are actually written in light. Back in 2015, Kepler data revealed something strange nearly 1,500 light-years away. The star, Chi C 8462852, Tabby star, was behaving erratically. Kepler finds planets by tiny, regular dips when a planet transits. Tabby's star dips were neither tiny nor regular. They plunged brightness by as much as 22%. And they happened unpredictably. No known natural phenomenon fit easily. A single giant planet would make regular repeating dips. A swarm of comets was suggested, but the number of comets needed seemed astronomically unlikely. Some astronomers considered a more extraordinary idea. Could it be a colossal alien engineering project? Dyson swarm, vast solar collectors, a star-spanning megastructure. The idea gripped the public. Thrilling but speculative. Maybe evidence of life isn't a friendly hello on the radio. Maybe it's the silent, visible signature of industrial activity on a star scale. The hypothesis matched the chaotic light curve. Scientists trained every instrument on Tabby's star. Years later, the mystery remains, though the megastructure idea is less favored. The leading natural explanation now involves a massive cloud of cosmic dust. Even that theory struggles to explain all the observations. The episode broadened how we search for intelligence. Signatures of intelligence might be byproducts, not intentional messages. Tabby's star reminds us the universe blurs the line between natural and artificial. The Great Silence is so profound it has forced us to consider some truly mind-bending possibilities. If advanced civilizations do exist, and if they are aware of us, why don't they make contact? One of the most intriguing and honestly slightly unsettling explanations is known as the zoo hypothesis. This idea suggests they have deliberately chosen not to interfere with us. Earth and all of its life might be part of a vast cosmic wildlife preserve. We are an exhibit in a galactic zoo, left to evolve naturally. Advanced civilizations could have a policy of non-interference, like a prime directive. They might be observing us from a safe distance, studying biology, culture, technological progress, societal behavior. They see us as a young developing species, with rules forbidding contact until we reach a threshold. Our planet would be a protected area, a cosmic national park. The silence isn't emptiness, it's a quarantine. They've put up a do not disturb sign. This hypothesis is humbling and unnerving. It suggests we aren't fully masters of our own destiny. We might be specimens in a cosmic laboratory, our entire history playing out under a silent gaze. Every war, every discovery, every piece of art could be data for a galactic sociologist. The Great Silence may be an active, deliberate policy by life far older and wiser. They are quiet because they choose to be. Why would they do this? Maybe they're cosmic conservationists, preserving development where they find it. They might fear contact would contaminate our culture, disrupt our development, or cause our self-destruction. Maybe they're waiting for us to solve war, poverty, and environmental destruction before we are deemed ready to join the galactic club. The zoo hypothesis is impossible to prove or disprove, but it's a powerful and thought-provoking explanation for the deafening silence from the stars. Not all explanations for the Great Silence are so benign. One of the most chilling and honestly suspenseful possibilities is known as the dark forest hypothesis. This idea, popularized by Cixin Liu, paints the universe not as an empty zoo, but as a terrifyingly dangerous place. It imagines the cosmos as a dark forest, filled with silent, hidden hunters. In this forest, every civilization is a potential threat to every other civilization. The primary goal of any species is survival. And in a universe where resources are finite and intentions can never be truly known, the safest course of action is to remain hidden. Think about it from the perspective of an advanced civilization. You become aware of another technological species. You know nothing about them. Are they peaceful explorers or ruthless conquerors? You cannot be sure. To reveal your own existence by sending a message is a colossal risk. It's like shouting in a dark forest where you know there are other hunters. Your shout reveals your position to everyone, both friend and foe. If a more powerful hunter hears you, they might decide to eliminate you as a potential future threat, simply as a matter of self-preservation. It's nothing personal, it's just cosmic game theory. In this terrifying scenario, the Great Silence is the sound of everyone holding their breath. Civilizations that are loud and naive like us, sending out messages and broadcasting our existence, are like lost children crying out in the woods. Any civilization wise enough to survive for millions of years would have learned the most important rule of the dark forest: stay silent. They would power down their beacons, mask their communications, and do everything possible to avoid drawing attention to their home world. The silence, then, is not an absence of life, but a universe full of life that is actively, desperately hiding. This hypothesis offers a dark solution to the Fermi paradox. Where is everybody? They are hiding from each other, and they are hiding from us. It suggests that the first law of cosmic sociology is to eliminate any other life you discover before it has a chance to eliminate you. The universe might be full of ruins of civilizations that failed to learn this lesson, that made the fatal mistake of announcing their presence. It's a grim thought, but it logically explains the silence. If the dark forest hypothesis is true, then our calls into the void are not just hopeful greetings. They are a reckless gamble with the fate of our entire species. Perhaps the silence isn't a choice made by living civilizations, but a consequence of a universal barrier that stops them from ever reaching us. This concept is known as the Great Filter. On the long evolutionary path from simple life to a star-spanning super-civilization, there's at least one step almost impossibly hard to pass. That step acts like a filter, wiping out the vast majority of attempts. The Great Silence is the sound of those failed attempts, a cosmic graveyard. The location of the Great Filter is the key question for humanity's future. There are three possibilities. First, the filter is in our past. Emergence of life itself. Leap from prokaryotic to eukaryotic cells. Development of intelligence. If so, we might be special. The universe is empty because we got lucky. We could have an open road ahead to become the first galactic civilization. Second, we are at the Great Filter now. Can we manage our technology without destroying ourselves? Can we overcome tribal instincts? Can we avoid nuclear war? Can we prevent catastrophic climate change? Can we control artificial intelligence? If this is the filter, the silence is a warning. We are on a razor's edge. Our next centuries could decide our fate. Third, the filter lies ahead, a predictable cosmic event. A technological trap we can't imagine yet. Or expanding might alert a predator. The dark forest idea. If it's ahead of us, the silence is an omen. Doom may be inevitable. Everyone who came before is already gone. So we stand at a cosmic crossroads, looking up at a silent sky, armed with more questions than answers. The Great Silence remains the single greatest mystery of our time. Is it the silence of an empty universe where we are the first and only minds to awaken? Is it the deliberate quiet of a galactic zoo? Is it a terrifying dark forest? Or is it the silence of a cosmic graveyard, a warning from a great filter that lies in our path? We do not know. The possibilities range from the magnificent to the terrifying, and each one forces us to look at ourselves and our place in the universe in a new light. This uncertainty is not a cause for despair, but a call to action. It imbues our existence with a profound sense of purpose. If we are truly alone, then the entire universe of consciousness rests on our shoulders. We are the custodians of meaning in a cosmos that would otherwise be mindless. The thoughts, dreams, and discoveries of humanity would be the only thoughts, dreams, and discoveries there are. It would be our sacred duty to survive, to explore, to carry the torch of consciousness out into the great dark void, and to fill the silence with our own art, science, and music. Conversely, if we are not alone, but merely one of many, then the silence urges us to be cautious, to be wise, and to be better. It encourages us to listen more than we shout. It reminds us that we are a young species with much to learn. Before we can hope to join a galactic community, we must first create a stable, peaceful, and sustainable community here on Earth. The challenges we face, climate change, conflict, inequality, are not just terrestrial problems. They may be the very tests that determine whether we are fit to survive on a cosmic scale. The silence is a mirror, reflecting our own immaturity and our potential for greatness. In the end, the search for others is also a search for ourselves. The Great Silence does not provide an answer, but it frames the question of our future in the most epic terms imaginable. It is the backdrop against which the human drama unfolds. We are a curious species, born on a small world, orbiting an average star, in a quiet corner of a vast galaxy. We have looked up at the stars and dared to ask, is anyone out there? For now, the only answer is the echo of our own voice. But we will keep listening. We will keep searching, because whatever the answer turns out to be, it will change everything.